I tested some of the best PC cases of 2025, and in this video I'm gonna rank them in a tier list based on their value for money, overall performance, and more. Links to all the products will be in the description below. Phanteks Enthoo Pro 2. This thing is absolutely massive. We're talking full tower territory that can literally fit two complete systems inside it. The fabric mesh front panel is a game changer for airflow, and the dual system capability makes it perfect for content creators who need serious expansion or workstation users running multiple setups. The build quality is rock solid. Reviewers literally trust standing on this case like a step stool. However, you're getting 0 fans included at $140 price point, so budget extra for cooling, and the plastic front facade feels a bit cheap for what you're paying. I'm putting this in the great tier because it delivers incredible value and modularity for serious builders, even if it requires some additional investment. MSI MAG Forge 112R. This budget-focused case comes loaded with 4A RGB fans right out of the box, which is honestly impressive at this price point. The tempered glass panel and mesh front design create a clean aesthetic, and it handles thermal performance surprisingly well even with high-end CPUs like the Ryzen 9 7950X. The downside is really showing in the details though. Cable management is pretty lagging compared to competitors, and you're stuck with breakout PCI slot covers that feel cheap. It's clearly designed for people on tighter budgets who still want RGB bling, but the cost-cutting measures become obvious once you start building in it. I'm placing this in the average tier because while it delivers decent value with included fans and good thermals, the build quality compromises hold it back from being something special. Hyte Y40. In this case, it's all about the vertical GPU showcase with the included PCIe 4.0 riser cable, which typically costs $40 to $60 on its own. The glass front and the side panels create a stunning display piece, and the compact design still manages to fit massive cards like the RTX 4090. But let's be real, those solid glass panels are going to hurt your airflow compared to traditional mesh designs, and you only get 220mm fans included. It's definitely targeted at people who prioritize aesthetics over pure performance, especially those who want that vertical GPU mount without sacrificing expansion slots. I'm putting this in the good tier because the included riser cable and unique design justify the $150 price, but the thermal compromises keep it from being great. Cooler Master Q300L. This compact micro-ATX case tries to be modular and budget-friendly, but honestly it feels like a compromise in too many areas. The perforated panels don't allow much airflow through, and long GPUs become a nightmare to install. You're basically limited to 300mm cards unless you want to remove fans and risk overheating. Building in this thing requires removing the motherboard multiple times just to deal with the cheap stamped slot covers. It works fine for basic office builds or low power systems, but gaming with modern GPUs turns it into an easy bake oven. According to reviewers, I'm placing this in the good tier because purely it serves its niche as an affordable compact option, but anyone with serious gaming aspirations should look elsewhere. Thermaltake V270 Plus TG. This mid tower brings some unique color options like matcha green and hydrangea blue that actually stand out in the sea of black cases. The dual glass panels on the front and side create a nice showcase effect, and the interior space is genuinely excellent for the price range. However, you're getting those annoying breakout PCI slot covers with no replacements included, which is pretty disappointing. The material thickness could be better in some spots, and only having one pre-installed 140mm ARGB fan means you'll need to buy more for proper cooling. It's clearly designed for people who want to showcase with decent space but aren't too demanding about premium features. I'm putting this in the good tier because the unique colors and good interior space make it appealing, but the cost-cutting measures in key areas prevent it from being exceptional. Cooler Master 430 Elite. This case brings some solid fundamentals to the table with its all-black interior coating and tool-free mechanical design that makes assembly a breeze. The bottom-mounted PSU design and transparent side panel window give it a decent look, but let's be real, the build quality is pretty basic with steel and plastic construction that feels budget-focused. It's got good spacing for graphic cards, and the front mesh provides adequate airflow with the included 120mm blue LED fan. But you're definitely going to want to add more fans since it only comes with one. I'm placing this one in average tier because while it gets the job done for basic builds and offers good value in the $50 to $100 range, it lacks the refinement and features that would make it stand out. Tacens Ensis. This one markets itself as being designed for true hardware enthusiasts, with support for ATX, micro-ATX, and mini-ATX key motherboards, plus surprising storage options. The fully metal construction with elegant design does give it some durability points, and each component is supposedly carefully assembled to provide exceptional resistance. However, honestly, there is just not enough detailed information or widespread reviews available to really get excited about what this case brings to the table compared to more established competitors. I'm putting the Tacens Ensis in average tier because while the metal construction sounds promising, the lack of a detailed feature information and limited market presence makes it hard to recommend over better-known alternatives. Thermaltake S100. This minimalist case looks pretty clean and comes in different color options, which is nice for matching your build aesthetic. The real kicker though is that while it has an MSRP of $69, you're basically forced to buy additional front intake fans because the stock configuration with just one exhaust fan runs way too hot. We're talking an 8.5 degree difference in GPU temps when you add those 3 front fans. The case itself is easy to build in and supports standard components well enough, but that misleading pricing really gets under my skin when you factor in the cost of necessary additional fans. I'm slotting the S100 into good tier because once you add those fans, it actually performs decently and looks clean. But the deceptive base, pricing, and mandatory upgrades hold it back from being great. Corsair 4000D. In this case, absolutely nails it with fantastic airflow performance right out of the box and support for basically everything you'd want. eATX motherboards, massive graphic cards, tall CPU coolers, and multiple 360mm radiator setups. The new InfiniRail fan mounting system is a revolutionary, but it works great. And having features like GPU, anti-sag brackets, and proper cable management included as standard instead of optional extras shows Corsair actually cares about the user experience. The modular design with easy-to-remove panels makes building a dream, and the mesh front provides excellent airflow intake, while the overall build quality feels premium despite the reasonable £80 to £100 price point. I'm confidently putting the Corsair 4000D in God tier because it delivers premium features at a budget to mid-range price while excelling in airflow, building quality, and hardware compatibility. This is exactly what a modern PC case should be. NZXT H9 Flow. This massive dual-chamber case really impresses with its support for the largest GPUs on the market and dual 420mm radiator capability. Plus, that wraparound glass design genuinely looks stunning. That angled intake fans are a smart touch that provides more direct airflow compared to the fish-bowled style cases. And the cable management space is absolutely generous with that dual-chamber design. The thermal performance is legitimately excellent, among the top performers in CPU-only testing, and delivers very good GPU temperatures, thanks to the targeted airflow design. I'm placing the H9 Flow in great tier because while it's an excellent case, with top-tier cooling and stunning aesthetics, the massive footprint means it won't fit everyone's setup. And the lack of vertical GPU support is a missed opportunity for a case at this price point. Lian Li Lancool 216. In this case, packs some seriously impressive features with those massive 160mm front fans that immediately set it apart from the competition. The dedicated PCIe bracket for directing airflow at your GPU is genuinely smart engineering, and the thermal performance is absolutely crushing it. We're talking some of the best CPU cooling you'll find in this price range. However, all that cooling power comes at the cost of noise levels that can get pretty noticeable, especially with those big fans spinning up. The $100 per base price is fantastic value, but having to pay an extra $15 for RGB control feels like they're nickel and diming you for a feature that should be included. I'm placing this solidly in great tier because the thermal performance and unique features make it an excellent choice for enthusiasts who prioritize cooling over silence. Asus AP201. This compact micro-ATX case is absolutely nailing the mesh game with perforations everywhere that actually deliver on cooling performance. The quasi-mesh design looks clean and modern while providing excellent airflow, and the tool-free assembly makes building a breeze. No screws needed for most panels. The front-mounted PSU, designed with adjustable bracket, is clever, accommodating PSUs up to 180mm, and you can fit a full 360mm radiator up top, which is impressive for this size. The trade-off is that all those perforations mean zero noise dampening, so this thing gets louder under load, around 6.5 out of 10 on the noise scale. Perfect for builders who want excellent thermals in a small footprint but don't mind the noise. I'm putting this in the good tier because it executes its design philosophy well, but the noise levels and limited size keep it from greatness. Antec C5. This dual-chamber mid-tower is absolutely loaded with value at just $130, coming with 7P12A RGB fans right out of the box, which would cost you serious money to buy separately. The build quality is rock solid with minimal flex, clean cable management, and that panoramic glass view really shows off your components beautifully. The compact footprint doesn't sacrifice functionality either. You can fit eATX boards, massive GPUs, and multiple radiator configurations including dual 360mm setups. Yep, it's going to be loud with all those fans running, but the cooling performance is exceptional and the ARGB lighting system is tastefully implemented. For anyone wanting premium features at a reasonable price with cooling that can handle anything you throw at it, this is an absolute winner. I'm confidently placing this in the God tier because the feature set, build quality, and value proposition are simply outstanding. Fractal Design North. This case is absolutely gorgeous with that unique wood and mesh front panel that makes it look more like premium furniture than a PC case. The thermal performance is exceptional thanks to the massive mesh areas and included 140mm fans, plus you get solid 3.5-inch drive support, which many modern cases skip. The movable fan hub and included side fan bracket for additional cooling options show real engineering thought, and the leather tab on the removable top panel is such a nice touch. The only real downside is the noise levels. All that airflow comes with the audible fan noise that might bother some users. This case perfectly balances form and function, offering stunning aesthetics without sacrificing performance, making it ideal for builders who want their PC to be a statement piece. I'm putting this in the God tier because it successfully combines beautiful design with excellent performance at a fair price point. Montech Air 903. This budget champion is absolutely crushing the value game at just $65, delivering high airflow performance that rivals cases costing twice as much. The large front fans provide excellent cooling, especially for CPU and VRM temperatures, and the spacious interior easily accommodates eATX ports and long graphic cards. The extensive hardware support and water cooling compatibility make it viable for serious builds despite the budget price point. Sure, the aesthetics might look a bit dated compared to newer designs, and GPU cooling isn't quite as impressive as CPU cooling due to airflow patterns, but for budget builders who prioritize performance over looks, this case delivers thermal results that punch way above its weight class. I'm placing this in the great tier because it offers exceptional value and solid performance, making it perfect for anyone building on a tight budget who doesn't want to compromise on cooling. Lian Li O11 Vision. This case absolutely dominates with its triple glass design that gives you an unobstructed view of your entire build from 3 sides. The modularity is next level. You can literally disassemble the entire thing and build your system on the removable motherboard tray outside the case, which makes cable management a dream. It's perfect for showcase builds and liquid cooling setups, supporting massive radiators up to 360mm, though you'll need a budget for fans since none come included. I'm putting this masterpiece in God tier because it's simply the ultimate showpiece case that delivers both stunning aesthetics and incredible build flexibility. Zalman Z1 Plus. This mid-tower brings solid basics with a full mesh front panel for decent airflow and comes with 3 pre-installed fans, which is honestly refreshing at this price point. The inclusion of a 5.25 inches optical drive base shows they're still thinking about users who need it. Plus, you get tempered glass and support for radiators up to 280mm. However, the cable management space is pretty tight, and some users report issues with the feet breaking easily over time. I'm placing this in the average tier because while it covers the essentials and won't break the bank, it doesn't excel in any particular area that would make it stand out from the crowd. MSI MPG Series SEKIRA 500X. This beast looks absolutely stunning with its RGB lighting system and comes loaded with 5 pre-installed 200mm fans that create an impressive light show. The modular radiator mounting system is genuinely clever. You can mount radiators outside the case and slide them back in, which saves so much headache during builds. But here's the brutal truth. This thing runs hot, with CPU temps hitting 84 degrees Celsius in testing, and removing just the front panel drops temps by 19 degrees, showing how restricted the airflow really is. I'm putting this in the average tier because while it's drop-dead gorgeous and has premium features, the thermal performance issues are too significant to ignore for most users. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the best PC cases for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description. Alright, peace out.